Scott Stone D. Patrick Ford presents our keys of the game. What are the keys for a Colonel's win over a talented Tillman team here tonight?
The number 1 is turnover battle. We won that the first 2 weeks, did not win it last week. Number 2, offense needs to score 42 tonight. It's going to be a high-scoring game if the Colonels were to win. And number 3, defensive secondary is going to have to come to play and got to minimize the big plays, Greg. And we can't have missed tackles at the line of scrimmage on those short passes. If we do, they're going to take it to the house.
Our keys of the game brought to you by D. Patrick Ford. We'll hear from them. Come back with a coin toss after this on WSON. And business advisors, the Employment Solutions Division of ATA can help you manage your company's most valuable assets, your people. From hire to retire, ATA helps their clients with all aspects of human capital management, outsourced human resources consulting, full-service PEO and payroll, your team's learning and development training, recruiting, and even strategic and succession planning. For more, call Tracy Tyler at ATA 827-1577. ATA, amplifying your business beyond accounting. We'll go downstairs at midfield for the coin toss. Nathan Francis, our referee for tonight. Colonels in their home maroon uniforms, maroon on maroon, maroon jerseys, maroon pants with the white numerals and white inserts over the shoulders. Tillman in their road whites with the royal blue numerals.
Congratulations on being elected captains. With captains comes some responsibilities. You're the leaders of your team on and off the field, okay? I am okay with helping each other up, congratulating them on good hit and a good tackle, okay? But as far as the smack talk and the cursing and all that other stuff, I don't want to hear it between your teammates or to opposing players. Everybody understand that, okay? Let this game reflect your hard work, the sportsmanship, and the safety of the game, okay? Good luck to each and one of you. Tillman, you're the visiting team. I have a heads and a helmet, tails, and a football, okay? I'm going to flip it and let it hit the ground, and Chris Tyson, my umpire, will pick it up. What is your call? Heads. Heads is the call. It is heads.
Tillman has won the toss.
You have won the coin toss. Would you like to kick, receive, defer to the second half? You want to receive the football, okay?
Paducah Tillman wins the toss and will take the football to start this game. We're back with our starting lineups next on WSON. Brought to you by Maldonado Roofing and Siding. First offensively, actually defensively for the Colonels, as it will be Paducah Tillman getting the football to start. Colonels at the ends, number 32, Myron Wright, 5'9", 193 sophomore, and 45, Jackson Wallace, 6'3", 196 junior. At the D tackles, number 34, Andrew Onan, 5'10", 196 junior, and number 33, Luke Werner, 6'2", 215 senior. At linebackers, number 9, J.R. Rush, 5'8", 170 sophomore, and 27, James Murphy, 5'11", 176 junior. The corners, number 4, Jace Hicks, 5'11", 175 senior, and number 8, Mason Bridgman, 6'1", 182 senior. At the safeties, number 1, Coyne Banks, 6', 155 senior, and number 3, Max Thompson, 6'2", 165 senior, and the nickelback, number 24, Eli Green, 5'8", 160 senior. Offensively for Paducah Tillman, left tackle is number 70, Jarvis Strickland, 6'6", 270 sophomore. Left guard, 54, James Thompson, 5'10", 290s junior. Center 75, Nick Fox, 6'3", 293 junior. Right guard 77, Jamarion Ferguson, 6 foot, 393 freshman. Right tackle number 71, Tamago Daniels, 6'2", 270 senior. At receivers, number 11, Joshua Campbell, 5'10", 163 junior. He's an outside guy, as is number 12, Shamari Thomas, 5'11", 170 junior. Slot receivers, single zero, Javion Starks, 6'2", 200 senior. And number 3, LaFont Banks, 5'10", 155 senior. Running back number 24, DeMarcus Wilson, 5'9", 160 sophomore. And the quarterback, number 9, Jack James, 6 foot, 170 junior. I'm Greg Busby alongside Scott Stone. Our officials for tonight's game, we just heard Nathan Francis earlier. He'll be our referee. Umpires Chris Tyson, line judge Troy Couch, head linesman Ben Stamper, and back judge is Trevino Kelly. Steve Town on the sidelines for us tonight. Colonels and Tillman, a very athletic Paducah Tillman team. Steve, the Colonels will see tonight.
Yeah, most definitely. They've been a wonderfully gifted team the last couple of years, and the Colonels could match that size and speed. This year is going to be a bit different. They are playing tonight with arguably their best player, maybe one of the best players in the state, in number 4. But that's not going to change who they are. They're still going to be a very fast team, a very physical team, and the Colonels are going to have to keep Tillman receivers and running backs in front of them in order to have any chance tonight.
Yeah, the Tillman Tornado without Martels Carter Jr., 6'1", junior wide receiver at 100 yards receiving game. He's already had a big year, but he does his best damage on the defensive side, and that's where he's being recruited, but he's in street clothes tonight for Paducah Tillman. Opening kickoff brought to you by Butler's Apothecary. Butler's offers drug compounding, immunizations, health screenings, and free countywide delivery. Butler's Apothecary, 213 North Main Street in downtown Henderson, the way a pharmacy should be. Carson Weiss set to get us underway. He'll be kicking left to right. Tillman receiving and moving right to left here in this opening quarter from Colonel Stadium. Second game here on the brand new turf as the sun setting across the way behind the Tillman visitor section. And we are underway here from Colonel Stadium. A little short kick is going to be taken and a fair catch at the 33-yard line by Jamarion Purdyman, and that's where Paducah Tillman will come out to start 1st and 10.
Yeah, that's exactly executed the way you want to do it. You got a team in Tillman that returns the ball very well, both on kickoff and on punts. So you're not going to make much of a living kicking it right at them. So they have already seen that, and they did the smart thing with a fair catch to start the game.
Colonels, want to stay away. Coach Boston mentioned from those deep threats, a lot of speed on their returning team, as well as Jack James will open up in the gun, has DeMarcus Wilson to his right, 2 receivers to either side. As he takes the snap, looks to throw on 1st down, has it complete at the 40, makes a move, 45 into Colonel territory, tripped up at the 43-yard line as Starks there to make the grab for Paducah Tillman to the Colonel 43-yard line.
Yeah, and you just see a simple sit route there by the receiver, about an 8-yard route. He turns it into a 28-yard gain.
Tillman going quick. They're going to hand it off, and not much there. Maybe no gain on that carry from Tillman's Wilson. As Henderson County's Andrew Onan on the stop. It's actually a loss of 1, so a 2nd and 11 coming up from the Colonels 44. James, 6 foot 170 junior, with 3 receivers to the right this time. That's the far side of the field and 1 to the left. Play clock down to 10. As James takes a snap, looking left, throws it complete at the 40, up the near sideline, a slip tackle, 20, and finally tripped up inside the 15, making the catch, Josh Campbell. A missed tackle around the 40 for what would have been a short game. And Tillman's into the Colonel's red zone down to the Henderson 13.
Yeah, and he gave up the outside shoulder, as it were, and made one move, dipped to the outside, took it down the sideline. It's just something the Colonels can't afford to miss on tonight.
1st and 10 for Tillman from the Henderson 13-yard line. James takes a snap. He throws a slant pattern, and it's a touchdown for Tillman. 13-yard touchdown pass on the slant to Javion Starks, and Tillman takes just a minute 18 seconds. They're on the board to start the game.
Yeah, that's 2 passes to the right there. There is no one within 10 yards of that receiver. Once the ball was caught, the closest they got to him was somewhere down around the goal line, way too late. All right, time for the PAT to tack on to make it a 7-0 game. The snap is down, the kick is up, and the kick is good.
Esper puts it through. Tillman 7, Henderson nothing. 10:42 to go, opening quarter. Back after this on WSON. Yards and 4 plays. James to Starks, 13-yard touchdown pass to put the Blue Tornado on top early. 7-0 with 10:42 to go in this opening quarter. As the kickoff is taken at the Colonel 5-yard line by Banks coming up the near side 20 and is going to be pushed out of bounds around the 25-yard line. That's where the Colonels will have it for their first offensive series of the night. And Boyd of State Farm Insurance helps you tackle savings when you combine home and auto insurance. See State Farm agent Ann Thrasher Boyd at the corner of 14th and North Green Streets to start your savings today. Call 826-9583 or visit AnnIsMyAgent.com. Colonels will start from their own 25. Trajan Davis, junior quarterback, is going to hand it off on first down and no gain as he leaves it off with Tony Burris, but nothing there. Tackle on the play by Morgan Johnson. Actually, they gave him a yard, so it'll be a 2nd and 9.
Last week we passed for over 300 yards. That was a positive. Just haven't had that big running game yet.
And with that Tillman score, the 4th consecutive game, all 4 games now, the Colonels have trailed right out of the gate. Davis fakes a handoff, looking to get to the outside. He has the 30, 35, 40, first down and more, and brought down right near the 40-yard line on a Henderson Chevrolet GMC first down run for the quarterback Davis.
Yeah, also that particular run, guys, you saw Trajan do a good job of seeing the field, getting to an open area, and really didn't try to take the big hit before he went to the ground that time because he knows it's early in this game. He's going to be running the football a lot.
Davis, a gain of 13 to his own 39-yard line and a fresh set of downs for the Colonels. 3 receivers to the right, 1 to the left for Davis here. Takes the snap from Shaw. Looks right, throwing that way. It is complete to Pendergraft, who's brought down around the 44 for a gain of about 4 or 5. Jackson broke a school record last week, 11 receptions in the loss at Central Hardin.
That's a big deal. JP has worked very, very hard. He's a guy that was out of football for a while after middle school and came back and did some great things before his injury last year.
2nd and 5 now for the Colonels. Davis fakes a handoff to Burris. Trajan has the 45. First down and more into Tillman territory at the Paducah 47-yard line.
Yeah, and again, that's Trajan being very smart, picking the holes, did a great job, and then when the run was over, got down and lives to fight another game.
Gain of 9. First down presented by Henderson Chevrolet GMC. Football season is here, and it's time to upgrade your tailgate at Henderson Chevy. For a limited time, you can get 0% financing on new Chevy Silverados and make no payments till December at Henderson Chevrolet.
Now, make no mistake, if he's got to pop somebody, he's going to do it.
Two receivers either side. Davis looking to throw deep left side, far sideline, and it's incomplete down at the 15-yard line. Colonels took a shot. He was looking for Max Meadows. Incomplete, though, as Tillman's Jaden Morris in on the coverage.
Early on, I think the Colonel offensive line up front have done a good job blocking for the running game. They protected Davis really well in the passing game there, and that one was literally not far from Max's fingertips.
8.5 minutes to play opening quarter. Tillman on top 7-0. Colonels with the football. 2nd and 10 at the Tillman 47. Davis looking to throw again. Getting pressure. Going to be sacked. Sacked back at the 46-yard line. Big sack by Kalen Ware.
Yeah, that's a big one when it forces third and long like that. Not many plays in the playbook for 3rd and 18, 3rd and 19.
The outside linebacker, 6'2 junior Ware, got there in a hurry. Came untouched, and Davis had no chance. 3rd and 17 for the Colonels now at their own 46. Davis takes a snap, fakes a handoff, throws a screen complete here on the near side, and getting to the 48. A gain of about 6 on the reception from the Colonels' Luke Humphrey. And it'd be 4th and 11, and the punt team coming out.
Well, had there not been a sack on the previous play, we'd be looking about maybe 4th and 7, 4th and 6. On the other side of midfield, on the Paducah Tillman side, you might have taken the opportunity to go for it here, because there's quite a bit of headwind right now blowing into the face of the Colonel offense, and you're not going to get a great punt in those conditions anyway.
Thompson to punt for Henderson. And the punt hits at the 20, takes a big Colonel's bounce and going to go inside the 10. That's going to end up being a nice one down near the 6-yard line. 42-yard punt off the foot of Thompson. Colonels trailing 7-0 with just under 7 minutes to go here in this opening quarter. Take it from Colonels football freshman Jack Dalton. DSS Rentals is Henderson's source for equipment rentals. For personal and commercial projects, big or small, DSS Rentals has the tools for you. DSS Rentals on South Green and online at dss-rentals.com. It'll be the 7-yard line for Tillman. As James takes a snap, he's going to hand it off, and a yard or two loss on the carry for Wilson as the Colonels tied him up at the 5. He had nowhere to go.
Yeah, 2 run plays, both have been negative. It's those passing plays. Missed a couple tackles. Ouch.
I think I saw Onan getting off the pile first for the Colonels on that one. Nice job by the Colonel defense up front.
Yep, Sanago in there too with Onan, so those D tackles getting after it. Loss of 2. There is a pass, and it's complete at the 15 and getting to about the 17 and close to a first down. Making the grab for Tillman is LaFont Banks.
So far, the Tillman Blue Tornado have thrown the ball to the right 3 times on 2 drives, all completed passes, all for at least 10 to 15 yards.
First down there to the 17. Fresh out of downs for Tillman. James looking over toward the sideline. Now he's got his play. Takes a snap, looking to throw. Screen complete. And it's the middle of the field. 30. Still on his feet and being brought down at about the 34. Another first down for Tillman on the catch from Josh Campbell, his 2nd reception of the night. Another first down for Tillman.
Colonel's just not able to match the speed of this Tillman offense, and so far it's been Paducah Tillman offensively, especially in the passing game, doing what they want to do.
Leading 7-0 now at their own 34. Jarvis splitting out, throwing left. He has it complete to the 40. Be a gain of about 6 or 7 yards to the 39. as LaFont makes the grab. Thompson there to run him out of bounds for Henderson. 2nd and 4 for Tillman. James going to hand it off to Wilson, trying to bounce it outside. He's outside the far numbers, but taken down for about a 3-yard gain, which would be good enough for a first down. As Pendergraph there on the stop, but a gain of 3 and a first down for Tillman. 1st and 10 now, thrown 45 with under 5 minutes to go, first quarter. Tillman on top of Henderson 7-0. James takes a snap, looking left, throwing that way, out in the flat, completed the 49, missed tackle, 45, and brought down at about the 42 for another Tillman first down. Again, LaFont on the reception.
Colonels haven't done much in the way of pass defense, but quite simply, it's because most of the passes have been quick hitters from a shotgun snap and sometimes not any drop at all, so they're getting the ball out quickly on the Blue Tornado.
Now from the Colonels 42, and a timeout taken by Henderson County. 4:31 to go, first quarter. Tillman 7, Henderson nothing. Back after this on WSON. Football tonight here on WSON being presented by ATA CPAs and Business Advisors. 4:31 to go, first quarter. Tillman 7, Henderson nothing. Tillman with the football at the Henderson 42, 1st and 10.
Goodness. Gotcha. Upset game, Greg.
James takes a snap. He's going to hand it off to a new player in the game, bouncing it outside and getting to the 30. A first down and more. Missed tackle down to the 20. And finally brought down inside the 15. That was Amari Williams, his first carry of the night, the senior, and Tillman's best run of this opening quarter into the Colonel red zone once again, down to the Henderson 14.
28-yard gain. Into the first quarter, it's Meade County 25, Central Hardin 0.
Wow.
Didn't see that coming.
So there's some turnovers in there. James going to leave it off with Williams again, trying to get it outside, and he's tight roping the far sideline, dives toward the pylon, and he's in. Touchdown. 14-yard run for Amari Williams right after he reeled off one for near 30. And Tillman goes on top 13-0 with 3:51 to go here in the first.
Yeah, no contain on the left side of the Colonel defense the last two running plays, and that's where all the yardage, including the touchdown run, was eaten up with. But right now, Colonels just cannot contain the speed of Paducah, and there's no sense talking about it because it's not going to change anytime soon. Snap is down, kick is up, and the kick is good.
Tillman 14, Henderson nothing. 3:51 to go, opening quarter. Back after this on WSON. kickoff after Tillman goes 93 yards and 8 plays. It took just over 3 minutes. Amari Williams, a 14-yard touchdown run. Tillman on top of Henderson, 14-0. Deep kick is going to go about 4 yards deep into the end zone, a touchback, and the Colonels will come out 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. Today's game being brought to you by ATA CPAs and Business Advisors. The Employment Solutions Division of ATA can help you manage your company's most valuable assets, your people. From hire to retire, ATA helps their clients with all aspects of human capital management, outsourced human resources consulting, full-service PEO and payroll, your team's learning and development training, recruiting, and even strategic and succession planning. For more, call ATA at 827-1577. ATA, amplifying your business beyond accounting. Handoff to Burris on 1st down, and no gain for Tony. It'll be a 2nd and 10 as Uriah Verzi on the stop for Tillman. A little breezy out there tonight. You may hear wind kind of coming through our crowd mic downstairs. Right now kind of blowing into the face of this Colonel offense. 2nd and 10 at their own 20,
right now
14-0. Yeah.
It's more like a blue tornado.
Here's the snap, and he's going to hand off, and it is Humphrey who's across the 25 and ran out of bounds around the 26-yard line.
Colonel's got to put a drive together. That's simple. You know, they haven't done much offensively. Paducah's done everything they've wanted to do thus far. Colonels need to take it down and get a score.
Thompson on that carry. Thank you, Scotty. 3rd and 5 coming up. Some movement on the line of scrimmage and a penalty marker in. Our first flag of the night.
Prior to the snap, encroachment, defense, number 76. 5-yard penalty, the result of the play.
So it is against Tillman, and it may give the Colonels a 1st down, presented by Henderson Chevrolet GMC. Davis looking to throw, getting pressure, took too long. He's going to go down back at the 20-yard line. A loss of about 9 yards for the 22. Another sack for Tillman. And a 3rd and about 19 here for the Colonels, backed up at their own 22-yard line. Trojans got to find a way to get rid of that one. Good coverage down the field, took a little too long and went down.
He had a little bit of time, but
he did.
He's got to throw that ball away.
Yep. 2 receivers either side for him here now as the Colonels backed up. Davis going to throw a screen. It's complete at the 20. Ended up being about a gain of 3 to the 25. 4th and long coming up. Pendergraph on the reception for Henderson. That says it'd be 3rd down. There was a penalty in there, so that's why. So this would be 3rd and 16.
Well, Colonel's getting positive plays. The problem is they're giving a lot of it back on the big sack. So, again, you're setting up a lot of 3rd and longs just like this play.
Shaw checks up over the football, and the Colonel center snaps it to Davis, who's looking left now over the middle, has some time. Lofting over the middle, and it's incomplete, trying to get it to Thompson down near the 48-yard line. They got a hand on it but couldn't bring it in, and it's 4th down.
Yeah, Max was open, did a good job. As a matter of fact, if he doesn't tip that ball, looked like it was going to go right into the hands of the safety. So heads up play there by Max.
Punt team out for the Colonels. Thompson does the punting. Good snap back to him, and the punt is away. Going to hit near midfield and go to bounds around the Tillman 46-yard line. 1:18 to play in this opening quarter. 14-0, Tillman on top. If you've had an accident and need auto body repair, remember it's your choice which body shop to use. Classic Automotive and Collision Center on Lower 2nd Street under the overpass. Classic Automotive, where you're driving home, their reputation. Colonel's football also brought to you in part by Branson Surveys. Branson Surveys can determine the elevation of your property and survey property lines and do foundation inspections. Branson Surveys doesn't work from 9 to 5. Branson Surveys works from start to finish. Tillman from their own 46, 1st and 10, leading 14-0. Late in the opening quarter, James takes the shotgun snap. A lot of time throwing over the middle. Man down there, complete at the 18. And it's a 54-yard touchdown to Starks, his second touchdown catch of the night. And Tillman goes up 20-0.
Yeah, we just don't have the opportunity to match the big plays tonight, and Paducah's going to put a lot of points on the board. Colonels have got to be ready, got to play more softer cushion, which is what they did up until that point. That's the first time that anybody's really got beyond the secondary. Great pass, great catch, and a long touchdown. All right, looking to tack on the PAT. Snap is down, the kick is up, and the kick is good.
Tillman 21, Henderson nothing. 1:09 to play in this first quarter. We're back after this on WSON. Hancock set to kick it off after Tillman, a 54-yard touchdown pass, and with the wind at his back, the kickoff about 5 yards deep into the end zone for a touchback. Our game tonight being brought to you in part by Woodring Auto Sales and Leasing. For your next vehicle, make the winning drive to Woodring Auto on the 41 strip next to Mr. B's in Henderson. 21-0 Tillman with 1:09 to play in this opening quarter. Jack James and Javion Starks have hooked up twice on touchdowns, 13 yards and 54 yards, and Amari Williams in between those two strikes, a 14-yard touchdown run. 21-0 Tillman. Colonels' third offensive series. They punted their first two as Davis fakes a handoff to Burris coming near his side. It's going to be brought down at about the 27-yard line. A gain of 7 on first down for the Colonels quarterback. Davis taken down by Mooney.
You know, it's going to be another, 50 seconds. So the Colonels going into this pretty steep win. Now we're going to see Paducah Tillman and how they respond offensively in that direction. But the Colonels have been able to move the ball a little bit, but it's always been one big play during each drive that sets them back.
2nd and 2 is a gain of 8 for Davis. Handoff Burris. He has the first down. Outside the numbers near the 34. Spins going to be taken down at the 35. A gain of 7 for Tony Burris.
Need more positive plays like that. And, of course, the more positive plays, the longer you have the ball, the more the clock runs, the less Paducah has the ball.
Don't have to snap here, but we're going fast.
Morgan Jackson on the stop there for Tillman. 2 receivers either side for the junior quarterback Davis. With Burris to his left, claps his hands, now takes a look at the sideline. As the game clock is down to 10 seconds, the Colonels do not have to snap it if they don't want to. Davis kind of looking back at the clock. It appears they will not. That is the end of the first quarter. After one, Paducah Tillman 21, Henderson County nothing here on WSON. quarter is a handoff to Tony Burris, who gets about the 40-yard line. Give him the 41 and a gain of 6 on first down for Burris. Brings up a 2nd and 4 for the Colonels. Trailing 21-0 here, just underway, second quarter. Davis fakes the handoff, a throw in the middle. Man, there it is, complete. Making the catch, Banks over the middle. Brought down near the 30-yard line on the slant. Good catch from Banks, who's had a little trouble securing balls here at the early part of the season, but a nice catch there and a terrific throw from Davis, leading to the 33-yard line.
What a tackle by their guy to save the touchdown.
26 yards, Davis to Banks, and the Colonels in Tillman territory for the first time tonight. Henderson Chevy first down from the Tillman 33. Davis takes a snap. Looking left, now rolling out. He's going to tuck it and run. Has the 35 and run out of bounds around the 30. Give him 4 yards to the 29. It'll bring up a 2nd and 6. 10:55 to play first half. Tillman on top of Henderson, 21-0. Colonels on the road at Owensboro Catholic next week. First time Henderson and Catholic have hooked up on the gridiron since 1988.
Man,
that's at Steel Stadium. Then back here for homecoming in 2 weeks against Mayfield.
we were in kindergarten, Greg.
Here's a fake handoff by Davis, and he's going to get a couple yards to the 27. Be a 3rd and 4 coming up for the Colonels. Those will be the last of the September games, as the Colonels will have the 29th off. That's their open week before starting district play in October. Third and 4 for Henderson from the Tillman 27. Trajan Davis takes the snap. Looking right, throwing deep toward the end zone, incomplete. Looking for Banks, led him a bit too far. And it'll be 4th and 4 for the Colonels. They'll be going for it here.
Nope.
No, they'll be kicking it.
Okay. Yeah, with that wind at the back makes it a little bit easier. Trying to get on the board here from the left hash. What will be a 45-yarder for Weiss with the wind at his back.
Yeah, got a lot of wind. Again, a lot of times right kickers on that left hash, they tend to pull it just a little bit. Larry's measurement here ought to be toward the right a little. The snap is down, the kick is up, and the kick is dead center perfect.
He hit that one. His first made field goal of the year. Weiss is true from 45 yards out. The Colonels are on the board. Tillman 21, Henderson 3, 10:02 to play first half. Back after this on WSON. In this first half, as the kickoff from Weiss goes about 8 yards deep into the end zone with that wind as back, going to be a touchback after Weiss connects on a 45-yard field goal that capped an 8-play, 53-yard drive. It took 3 minutes and 7 seconds to make it a 21-3 game. Colonels get on the board. The scoring drive recap brought to you by Woodring Auto Sales and Leasing. For your next vehicle, make the winning drive to Woodring Auto on the 41 strip in Henderson next to Mr. B's. Colonels football tonight being presented by ATA CPAs and Business Advisors. The Employment Solutions Division of ATA can help you manage your company's most valuable assets, your people. For more, call Tracy Tyler at ATA 2708-271577. ATA, amplifying your business beyond accounting. Tillman has scored on their first 3 drives, starting here at their own 20. And they're going to hand it off to Wilson, who spins off one tackler and gets to the 26-yard line. A pickup of 6 and a 2nd and 4 coming up for Tillman. Sean Thompson is his 3rd year as Tillman off to a 3-0 start. The Colonels come in 1-2. James takes a snap, rolling right, throwing that way, and it is complete near the 30, close to a first down as LaFont makes the catch. Receiver, they mark him down. He's a yard shy. So a gain of 3 to the 29. 3rd and 1 here for Tillman.
James is 9 of 9 for 173 yards. 2 touchdowns.
Hadn't been any 3rd downs tonight, Heather.
No, sir, not for them.
Not for them.
3rd and 1 here.
Not many seconds.
3 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. And now James will come under center, likely to sneak it.
He didn't get it. I mean, false
That's
start.
going to be on them, yeah.
Penalty marker in.
That's what I meant.
Didn't get set.
Prior to the snap infraction, offense, number 75, 5-yard penalty, 3rd down.
Guys, real quick, back to the 45-yard field goal by Carson Weiss. That ball would have been good from at least another 5 to 7 yards. So, young man really used that jet stream on that kick. His longest ever.
3rd and 6 here now for Tillman. 3 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. James fakes a handoff, looking left, throwing deep downfield. And this is going to be picked off. Intercepted at the 45-yard line by the Colonels, Max Thompson.
Well, he still has not thrown an incomplete pass. Technically, we'll take it.
Kind of threw it up for grabs, and Thompson for Henderson came down with it for the interception at his own 46-yard line.
And that is exactly how you teach it. Max went up, caught the ball at its highest point. He made himself the primary receiver on that throw.
Colonels coming off that field goal. Maybe with some momentum here with 8:40 to go in the first half, trailing 21-3. Davis in the gun with 3 receivers left, 1 to the right. He's going to leave it off with Burris coming near his side as the midfield. Nice move, but a really good tackle as Burris gets to about the 44. Burris made a really nice move, but an even better tackle by Ruse. He does pick up 8 yards, though, to the Tillman 46. It'll be a 2nd and 2 for the Colonels.
Yeah, this seems like the type of drive, guys, and I think you would agree that the Colonels really need to score. They need to get in the end zone and show Paducah that they're not worried about them as much as they were to start.
That's been the MO on this Colonel team through the first 4 games.
No doubt.
Here's Davis going to keep it himself, taking the handoff, and he has the Henderson Chevy first down to the Tillman 43-yard line. Football season is here, and it's time to upgrade your tailgate at Henderson Chevrolet GMC. Upgrade to a new GMC Sierra with 0% financing and discounts up to $4,000 with an eligible trade, plus make no payments until 2024 at Henderson Chevrolet GMC. 1st and 10 for the Colonels at the Tillman 43-yard line. 2 receivers either side for Davis here. Handoff Burris, off right tackle, has the 40, bounces outside the numbers, 30. First down and more near the 25-yard line. Ran out of bounds by Jaden Morris, but a nice carry for Burris of 18 yards and a Colonel's Henderson Chevy first down.
6 carries, 40 yards for Burris. That's pretty good. Last couple weeks been pretty rough.
Colonels trail 21-3, 7:05 to go in his first half, but a fresh set of downs at the Tillman 25. Two receivers either side and a whistle.
Timeout.
And Henderson County going to take their second timeout of the half. 1st and 10 for the Colonels from the Tillman 25, trailing 21-3 midway through the second quarter when we come back on WSON. Second quarter, Henderson County trails Paducah Tillman 21-3. Well, the Colonels with the ball 1st and 10 at the Tillman 25-yard line. Junior quarterback Davis puts a man in motion, coming near the press box. He fakes a handoff, going to throw toward the end zone now, and it is incomplete.
Oh, wow.
Well, contact there in the end zone, but no flag. As he was looking for a Humphrey, and it falls incomplete in the end zone, and it'll be 2nd and 10.
Well, they missed an opportunity there. Tons of contact. Most of it doled out by the safety. I thought that Trajan did a good job of taking some of the air off the ball just because the wind is so stiff behind him. Anything you try to throw touch passes are going to go a little deeper. But I think the Blue Tornado got away with one there.
Two receivers either side for Davis here on the 2nd and 10. Takes a snap, fakes a handoff. Davis off the right guard and dives to the 21-yard line, a gain of 4. And bring up a 3rd and 6 for the Colonels. And Boyd of State Farm Insurance helps you tackle savings when you combine home and auto insurance. See State Farm agent Ann Thrasher Boyd at the corner of 14th and North Green Street to start your savings today. Call 826-9583 or visit annasmyagent.com. 6:15 to go first half. 3rd and 6 for the Colonels from the Tillman 21. Davis throwing over the middle. Open, complete at the 10 and brought down at the 1-yard line and making the catch, Humphrey.
And a fantastic throw, pinpoint accuracy from Trajan. And Humphrey's right there, catches the ball in a little bit of traffic, gets it all the way down around the 3-yard line. Great job by both young men.
19-yard gain.
It'll be a 1st and goal from the 2 officially for the Colonels here. Coach Boston talked a little about Humphrey on a pregame show. He said he's made a big catch in every game we played so far and another one there. And he said he probably does the best job of catching it in traffic.
Yeah, he is really growing into that position here early this season.
2 tight ends here for the Colonels on a 1st and go from the 2. Davis is going to run it the left side and run it in for a 2-yard touchdown. 5:28 to go first half. Colonels into the end zone for the first time here in the ball game, make it 21-9.
Everybody down here was yelling quarterback, quarterback. Didn't make any difference. Trajan knew where he was going to go from the snap of the football, and the junior took it in. Now we flag here. That'll be interesting to see who this one is on, because certainly Henderson County's not sad or mad right now. They're talking to the Tillman players right now, and it looks like they have their man, number 35.
For the kickoff. Ask him if he wants it
and enforced on the kickoff, so that'll – Larry went 6 deep in the end zone last time. He'll go out of the back of the end zone with this one after the PAT. All right, looks like they have their man, so we are going to be set for the PAT as Larry's trying to make it an 11-point game. Now Tillman up 29. I don't know exactly what is taking so long.
And the referee is making the signal up here at the press box, so now we should be good to go for Weiss. You're going to have to tell us about the Larry nickname as we go along.
Yeah, okay, no problem. All right, here we go. Carson is set. There's the snap by Shaw. The kick is up, and the kick is dead center perfect.
Tillman 21, Colonels 10, 5:28 to play in the first half. Back after this on WSON. at the Tillman 45 after that penalty after the touchdown on Paducah Tillman. Colonels can play this a few ways. Go ahead and kick it deep in the end zone, or maybe we kind of talked about an onside kick in this area. May not be a bad idea. We'll see what he does, and he's going to go ahead and kick it into the end zone for a touchback. That last scoring drive, though, the Colonels, after the Max Thompson interception, got the football at their own 46-yard line, go 54 yards in 7 plays, 2 minutes and 48 seconds. Trajan Davis, a 2-yard touchdown run to make it a 21-10 game. Scoring drive recap brought to you by Bruce Woodring Auto Sales and Leasing. For your next vehicle, make the winning drive to Woodring Auto on the 41 strip next to Mr. B's in Henderson. 5:28 to go in this opening half. 10 straight by the Colonels to cut the Tillman lead down to 11. James in the gun, he's been fantastic. Just the one pick, but that's his only mistake, as he's going to hand it off to Wilson, trying to bounce it outside, and a yard, maybe 2 for Wilson. That's it.
I'm not going to blame it totally on the wind direction right now, but I'm telling you, offense and your philosophy of offense is going to be a lot different heading into this stiff wind. And right now, Paducah has kind of succumbed to it just a little bit. We'll see how this one plays out as we still have 5 minutes before halftime.
Jackson Wallace in on that stop for the Colonels after a gain of 1. And now a whistle.
Prior to the snap,
False start against Tillman. I turn a 2nd and 9 into a 2nd and 14. 5-yard penalty on the Blue Tornado.
Just 4 penalties for 30 yards for them. That's pretty good for them. They've kind of kept them at bay so far.
James takes a snap on a throw over the middle. Incomplete. Ball is up in the air but falls around at the 30. As Banks in on the coverage of Campbell, and it's 3rd and 14. Clock stop, 4:51 to play in this opening half.
What's a big third down here, guys?
With the Colonels trailing 21-10, Henderson 1 timeout remaining. Tillman has all 3.
Watch out, 2 receivers down here.
Near side kind of spread 3 to this right side, 1 to the left. Empty backfield for James, who takes the snap. Looking left, being pressured, steps up in the pocket. Now he's going to try to run it and be brought down at the 22-yard line. Good job by the Colonels defense there. He gets about 6, but 4th down, and the punt unit coming out for the first time tonight for Tillman.
That's the first time he's had to run for his life.
Yeah, this is one of those things now when the game settles down, and now the Colonels have kind of enforced their energy a little bit. Paducah's got to see if they can respond with it. And right now, it's the Colonels that have grabbed momentum.
Well, if you can score a touchdown here, it's kind of like, hey, we had them down 21-0. I mean, we're down 21-0. That's exactly where we wanted to be.
And Hancock punting into this stiff breeze, so the Colonels a good chance to get this around midfield. Snap back to him. The punt is a short one.
We'll get it.
And Henderson going to have it near the Tillman 30-yard line.
We'll take it.
Wow,
So
the ref wants him to back up, and he's not. There you go.
We're going to have great field position here after that very, very short punt.
7 yards.
Colonels.
Great rush that time, guys. Colonels got some pressure. And like they say, pressure bust pipes, to borrow an old term. And right then, they gave the Tillman punter something to think about.
And we blocked one this year. Came close on a couple others.
Colonels are going to have the football at the Tillman 30-yard line, 1st and 10, trailing 21-10 with 4:01 to go here in this first half. Colonels have scored 10 straight. They're going to add to that and get back in it here.
We're up 10-0 in the quarter.
Davis takes a snap. Going to leave it off with Burris coming near side, trying to get the corner and does. 35-20, still on his feet. Brought down at the 17, a gain of 13 for Burris. As Henderson Chevy first down as we go under 4 minutes to play here in the half.
You can't let a young football team gain confidence with every snap of the ball. And I think since the beginning of the second quarter, that's all you have seen is more and more confidence being built by the Colonels on both sides of the ball and the kicking game.
Well, it was big to get that 3 points, and then they kind of felt like, okay, we're ready to go.
Yeah, because you feel like you can score once you cross midfield any way you want.
1st and 10 from the 17. Davis takes a snap, fakes left, pump fakes, now going to throw toward the end zone, looking for Pendergraft. Incomplete. And it'll be 2nd and 10. Coverage in on the play from Thomas for Tillman.
I like the throwing on first down. I like throwing the ball near the end zone like that. The Colonels have really upped their running game, as Tony and Trajan both have had some very nice runs here, especially in the second quarter. But the Colonels are starting to influence their will up front with the offensive line. Good job, guys.
2nd and 10 from the 17. Davis fakes the handoff to Burris, trying to bounce it off the right side, cuts it back inside the right hash and brought down around the 12-yard line for a pickup of about 5.
Now, what do you think, guys? If they get the ball and if they're able to get a first down or even get close here, I'd have to think they're going to try to put something in, right?
Winter back, though. I think they may just take their points. I don't know. We'll see.
Depends on if it's 1 or 2. If it's 1 or 2 yards, go for it. If it's not, kick the field goal.
3rd and 6 here now from the 13 for the Colonels. I think you take the points. Plus the Colonels get the football to start the second half.
That's a good point. I hadn't even thought about that.
I like us slowing down here because run that clock.
Davis going to hand it off to Burris and didn't get much on that one. And it'll be 4th down.
Yeah, they literally took no time to decide. They were calling field goal before the play probably had even been blown dead.
This would be a 30-yarder.
And it'll cut the possession to one possession, to cut the lead down to one possession. And I didn't think 10 minutes ago we'd be here or at this point. All right, Shaw over the ball. Thompson calls for it. Snap is down. The kick is up. And, wow, way left. No good. I mean, way left.
Minute 59 to go in this first half. Colonels trail 21-10. Our game tonight being brought to you by ATA CPAs and Business Advisors. The Employment Solutions Division of ATA can help you manage your company's most valuable assets, your people. From hire to retire, ATA helps their clients with all aspects of human capital management, outsource human resources consulting, full-service PEO and payroll, your team's learning and development training, recruiting, and even strategic and succession planning. For more, call Tracy Tyler at ATA, 827-1577. ATA, amplifying your business beyond accounting. Tillman has a pass incomplete at the 30 as James sent it through the hands of his intended receiver, LaFont. And it's 2nd and 10. Clock stop with 1:55 to go here in the half.
They have all 3 timeouts. After completing his first 9 passes, then he completed 1 to us, and then there's been 2 incomplete. What the wind's been at in his face, so that's a big difference.
Yeah, good point. 3 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. James throws it complete to Starks at the 20. Has the 25, breaks the tackle 30, and still on his feet across the 35, down at about the 38-yard line for a first down. Colonels finally there to bring him down. Pendergraft for Henderson, but a fresh set of downs at their own 38. Snap to James, looking right and throwing, and it's incomplete near the 50. He was looking for LaFont, and defense by Pendergraft and Humphrey. Minute 35, clock stops, 2nd and 10 for Tillman, leading Henderson 21-10. Three receivers to the right, 1 to the left for James. He takes a snap, and he's hit and sacked. Classic Automotive and Collision Center sack for Henderson County. Andrew Onan on the Classic Automotive and Collision Center sack. Clock will go under 1:15. Classic Automotive, where you're driving home their reputation. Remember, if you're in an auto accident, it's your choice which body shop to use. Check out Classic Automotive. Down to a minute to go. Play clock down to 12.
They miss. If they don't get this, we can use
Call
our last
timeout.
timeout.
Yeah, I think so too. 3rd and 15 here for Jack James and Tillman. Takes a snap. James getting pressured, rolls out, rolling right, coming near side. He's going to run it. And he's still on his feet 40 and tries to leap over a man near midfield. Going to be close to a first down.
Didn't get it.
Looks like he has the 47, which would be a yard shy of a first down. Clock stopped with 42 seconds to go here.
They'll go for it. Ain't going to punt it much anyway. They're saying start the clock.
So, yep, that's not a got out of bounds.
Wow.
3 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. 4th and 1 on the 47. And a first down for Wilson into Colonel territory. Bounce out to number 40. Stiff arm man there. Has the 30. Down near the 20. 15, 10, 5 touchdown. DeMarcus Wilson, 53 yards here in the final seconds of the first half. Stiff-armed a man at the 30 after a broken tackle at the 35. And it's 27-10 with a PAT pending.
Snap is down, kick is up, and the kick is good.
Tillman 28, Colonels 10, 19 seconds left in the half. Back after this on WSON. This first half, Tillman 28, Colonels 10. Our game tonight being brought to you in part by DSS Rentals. Take it from Colonels football freshman Jack Dalton. DSS Rentals is Henderson's source for equipment rentals. For personal and commercial projects, big or small, DSS Rentals has the tools for you. DSS Rentals on South Green and online at dss-rentals.com. Colonels had the football down 21-10 in the Tillman red zone. Set up for a field goal, but missed from 30 yards. And then a 53-yard run by DeMarcus Wilson puts Tillman back up 18. Kickoff taken at the 12 by the Colonels. It's Landon Pike across the 30, brought down at the 34-yard line. 13 seconds remain. Steve Chow will have a brief word with Josh Boston immediately after this first half, as his team appears will be down 28-10 here at the half. 13 seconds left. We'll see what the Colonels do. They do have 1 timeout left. Davis with Burris to his left. 3 receivers left, 1 to the right. Going to hand it off to Burris, who bounces outside the 40. And has a first down to about the 46. And stop the clock with 7 seconds. And that will be the end of the first half. Steve Town downstairs with Henderson coach Josh Boston.
Coach, your analysis of the first half.
Yep, comes down to the same old stuff. Missed tackles, we got ourselves in a hole, played good. After we got down 21, had 2 good drives there. Been nice to have that other field go, but, just comes down to missed tackles.
Coach, best of luck in the second half.
Thanks. Go Colonels.
Coach, that's Josh Boston. Gentlemen, back to you.
Colonels trail 28-10 here at the half. As Coach mentioned, down 21-0 to start. Scored 10 straight, but Tillman a late score. And they lead it by 18 here at the break. Stay tuned for Colonels at the half. Coming up next, brought to you by Heron Auction Realty. Again, your halftime score. Paducah Tillman 28, Henderson County 10 here on WSON. to you by Heron Auction and Realty. At the half, the Paducah Tillman Blue Tornado lead the Henderson County Colonels 28-10. Tillman won the toss and took the football to start the game as Tillman 4 plays, 66 yards when quarterback Jack James found Javion Starks for this 13-yard score. Four plays, 66 yards, a minute 18. James to Starks, 13-yard touchdown pass, put Tillman on top, 7-0. Colonels will get the football and have to punt it away. It was a terrific punt by Max Thompson that backed up Tillman all the way back to their own 7-yard line. But the Blue Tornado drove 93 yards in 8 plays, polished off the drive with this Amari Williams 14-yard run. Nothing with the extra point. And the Blue Tornado wasn't done in that first quarter. From their own 46-yard line, just one play, James to Starks for the second time. This a big one, 54 yards. Colonels, though, early in that second quarter, got it down in field goal range, and Carson Weiss, the Colonels kicker, put the Colonels on the board. By Carson Weiss, capped an 8-play, 53-yard drive that took just over 3 minutes, and Henderson County trailed 21-3 with 10:02 to play in the second quarter. The ensuing Tillman possession pass was picked off by Henderson's Max Thompson, giving the Colonels good field position at their own 46. Henderson will go 7 plays, 54 yards, and get it in the end zone for the first time tonight. Again, that coming after Thompson's interception, so points off turnovers for the Colonels there, capping a 7-play, 54-yard drive, and Henderson had cut it 21-10. The Colonels would force a punt after that, and it was a very short punt as Henderson County would take over at the Tillman 30. They would settle for a 30-yard field goal attempt, but it came up wide left, no good. That gave Tillman the ball back at their own 20. They got it to their own 47. When DeMarcus Wilson reeled off this big touchdown run late in the half. Tillman, 53-yard touchdown run, capped a 6-play, 80-yard drive into the end zone with 19 seconds to go in the half, and that's where we stand here at the break on Colonels at the half. Tillman 28, the Colonels 10. Stats in the ball game compiled by Scott Stone for Paducah Tillman quarterback Jack James, 10 of 14 through the air. He completed his first 8 balls, 191 yards, 2 touchdowns, and he was picked off once. Javion Starks, 4 catches for 108 yards and 2 scores. LaFont Banks, 4 catches for 35 yards, and Josh Campbell, 2 for 48 on the ground DeMarcus Wilson, 7 carries, 71 yards, and a touchdown. Amari Williams, 2 for 42 yards and a touchdown, and 3 carries for 16 yards for James. 129 yards on the ground for Tillman, 191 through the air, 320 total. Paducah Tillman picked up 9 first downs, were penalized 4 times for 30 yards. Turned it over once on the interception for Thompson. They were 0 of 3 on third down. Did not attempt a fourth down. For the Colonels, quarterback Trajan Davis through the air, 5 of 10 for 60 yards. Pendergraft, 2 catches for 7 yards. Banks, a 26-yard reception, and Luke Humphrey, 2 catches for 27 yards. On the ground, Davis, 11 carries, 34 yards, and a touchdown. Burris, 8 carries for 65 yards, and Thompson has a 6-yard carry. Colonels, 105 yards on the ground, 60 through the air, 165 total, as Tillman outgained the Colonels 320 to 165 in that first half. Henderson did pick up 8 first downs. No penalties for the Colonels in that first half. No turnovers. Were 2 of 6 on third down. They did not attempt a fourth down. It all adds up to a Tillman halftime lead, 28 to 10. Back with scores around Western Kentucky and Southern Indiana next. And a look at upcoming auctions from Heron Auction Realty on Colonels at the half. Presented by Heron Auction Realty with Tillman on top of Henderson, 28-10 on WSON. Colonels at the half here on WSON. At the half, Paducah Tillman on top of Henderson, 28-10. Taking a look at some other scores from around Western Kentucky and Southern Indiana. Webster County leads Ballard Memorial 14-0 in the first. Mayfield crushing McCracken County 34-0 in the second. At the half, Meade County leads at Central Hardin 25-11. South Warren on top of Gibson Southern 27-7 in the second. Owensboro Catholic leads Owensboro 20-7 in the second. Bowling Green crushing Apollo 35-7 in the second. First quarter, Graves County shutting out Caldwell County 27-0. Last night it was Clarksville, Tennessee, a winner at Hopkinsville 42-0. Second quarter, Hopkins Central leads at Crittenden County 7-6. Halftime, Grayson County on top of Butler County 20-6. In the second, Madisonville leads Fort Campbell 21-7. Russellville and Trigg tied at 7 in the second. Warren East leads at Warren Central 16-14 in the second quarter. In the SIAC in Evansville, Wrights leads North at the half 24-7. Memorial shutting out Mater Dei 6-0 at the half. Castle leads Harrison 21-7 at the half. Jasper at home leading Bossy 28-6 at halftime. And Vincennes Lincoln all over Central 35-6 at the half. College football, Indiana leading Indiana State 24-7 in the third. At the half, Kansas leads Illinois 28-7. Major League Baseball, Cardinals at the Reds tonight, bottom of the seventh. Cardinals on top of Cincinnati 8-4. Final, Arizona defeats Chicago 1-0. Bottom 7, Miami leads Philadelphia 3-2. Top of the ninth, Tampa Bay leading Seattle 4-7. Kansas City leads Toronto 2-1 in the seventh. And in the third, Oakland and Texas tied at 2 as postseason implications heating up there in Major League Baseball. Colonels at the half brought to you by Heron Auction Realty. For upcoming auctions, be sure to visit heronauctions.com. Live on-site auction coming up on Sunday, September 24th at 1 p.m. in Slaughters between Seabury and Slaughters. Watch for the signs. It's 5665 State Route 1835 in Slaughters. Again, a live on-site auction on Sunday, September 24th at 1. Antiques, furnishings, knives, coins, tools, tractor, furniture, and collectibles. For more, visit heronauctions.com. Also, online-only auction, a nice brick home and furnishings being auctioned off with bidding set to close Tuesday, September 19th. 751 Choctaw Way in Madisonville. Auctioning off the brick home and furnishings. That one is online only at heronauctions.com. And also stagger closing going underway for furnishings, guns, coins, and collectibles out of Morganfield. Some really nice knives. Again, for more on these auctions, heronauctions.com. D. Patrick Ford presents our keys to the game. Scotty, the Colonels trail 28-10. How do the keys look here at half?
Well, turnovers, we're up 1-0. I like it. Offense, we needed 42 points tonight at least, as it's shown on the scoreboard. They've already got 28. Would have liked to have got some points there. That one time, if we got 7 or 3, we'd have had at least 17 or 13. We've got to score points in the second half for sure. Defensive secondary minimized the big plays. The first two touchdowns, we just flat out. The positive news, though, let's look for some positives here. We did miss some tackles, but at least we were there in the vicinity. Nobody, not one of their, so far, not one time has there not been somebody in the area. So that's good news because the first 3 weeks we've given up wide open touchdowns. So at least we're there. So now we just got to finish them up and make the tackles.
Our keys to the game brought to you by D. Patrick Ford. We'll hear from them. Be back with the second half as we get set to start the second half of play. The Colonels trail Paducah Tillman 28-10. Colonels ball when we come back on WSON. Brought to you by ATA CPAs and Business Advisors. The Employment Solutions Division of ATA can help you manage your company's most valuable assets, your people. For more, call Tracy Tyler at ATA 2708-271577. ATA, amplifying your business beyond accounting. Second half kickoff brought to you by Butler's Apothecary. Butler's offers drug compounding, immunizations, health screenings, and free countywide delivery. Butler's Apothecary, 213 North Main Street in downtown Henderson, the way a pharmacy should be. Colonels will get the football to start this second half after Paducah Tillman won the coin toss to start the game and took the football to start. And they took it 66 yards to score. Tillman scored on 4 of their 6 drives. And that opening half, Colonels got a 45-yard field goal and a touchdown and missed a 30-yarder. Had to punt a couple times in the first half, ended as they has the ball. And Henderson will get it to start this second half.
Both stops were very good for the Colonels. One was a turnover, and the other one was a 7-yard punt after the stop.
Hancock to punt it into the wind. Kickoff, I should say. And it's taken at the 12-yard line by the Colonels and being tripped up at about the 25. Colonels return man Pike, and that's where Henderson will start their opening drive here this second half, trailing 28-10. It'll be the 27 officially for the Colonels. Down 28-10, you almost feel like you need a score here, Scotty, to some kind of points.
Got to have points here, guys.
In this opening drive of the second half. Davis will open up in the gun where he normally is. 2 receivers to either side. Make it 3 now to the left. That's the near side as Davis takes a snap. Looking left now is going to throw right, and it is incomplete down at the 45-yard line. Looking for Meadows. Morris in on the coverage, and it'll be 2nd and 10. Colonels on the road at Owensboro Catholic over at KWC's Steel Stadium next week. Henderson and the Aces hooking up on the gridiron for the first time since 1988. Colonels return home here 2 weeks from tonight, homecoming night, as Mayfield comes to town.
And OC Owensboro Catholic's up 20-7 at halftime over the Red Devils.
Got one of the better quarterbacks in the state, junior Brady Atwell.
He could be a D1 kid for sure.
Twin receivers either side here for Davis, who takes a snap, is going to hand off to Tony Burris off the right guard, and he's going to be taken down around the 31-yard line. A gain of 4, and it'll be a 3rd and 6 coming up for the Colonels.
Three and out would be horrible for the Colonels here. Just 2 of 6 on 3rd down.
Third and 6 here from their own 31. A wide out in a slot each way for Davis, who takes a snap. He's looking left, and it's intercepted. Picked up by one of the big linemen, it appears, and it's a pick 6 for Paducah Tillman. A terrific play defensively for the defensive end, Nyan Fitzgerald, on the pick 6, and Tillman goes up 34-10. Wow.
Not a whole lot you can say about that, gentlemen. Definitely not the way he wanted to start the second half. Offense won't have long to worry about it, though, because they'll be back on the field here in about 3 minutes.
Really great play by the 6'2", 185 junior defensive lineman Fitzgerald.
I think we can unsportsmanlike conduct against them.
So that would come with the
result of the play is a touchdown. After the play, unsportsmanlike conduct, the intercepting team, number 88.
That was Fitzgerald who had the
Celebration
celebration after that, I guess. Yep.
I believe he spiked the football.
You know what? If I intercept one at the line of scrimmage and I'm a lineman, hey,
absolutely,
somebody's going to have to fight me from spiking the football.
They should be free of any kind of celebration.
Devoid of any repercussion.
Agree, Steve.
All right, snap is on its way. It's down. The kick is up, and it is good.
Tillman 35, Henderson 10. Points on the defensive side for the Blue Tornado. They're up big with 10:58 to go in the third. Back after this on WSON. 27-yard interception return for a touchdown puts Tillman on top of Henderson 35-10 here with 10:58 to play in this third quarter. They will kick it off. Hancock will, as Pike and Banks set to receive for Henderson. A short kick going to be taken at the 40-yard line by the Colonels and being brought down near midfield. On the return for Henderson County, unpiling is the Colonels' number 81, Zarian Rideout.
Guys going to be making a change at center as Taylor Baker is going to be going into the game for Harrison Shaw. I went to Coach Cletus McIlvain, who coaches the offensive line. I asked him, you making a change? He goes, yeah, we're just going to go with something different right now.
Of course, Baker played the entire game last week as Shaw was out with an illness. Colonel's right on the 50 here. Well, a handoff to Burris coming near side, who has the 40. First down and more into Tillman territory, brought down at the Paducah 37-yard line.
He has ran the ball very hard all night and run it well and got some great blocking here on the left side specifically of this offensive line, the 3 or 4 runs that I've seen him run of late.
10 carries for 82. Like 8.2 a carry.
Gain of 13 there. Handoff to him again, coming near side, and he's inside the 30, down at about the 28.
Boy, he finished that run
He
well, didn't he?
Yeah. About a yard shy of a first down, a gain of 9 for Burris. Just over 10 minutes ago, third quarter, Tillman 35, Henderson 10. 2 receivers either side here for Davis with Burris on his right. Davis going to keep it this time, and it'll be no gain. Wrapped up by Cleary.
They gave him a little bit there. Might be enough. They gave him about a half a
yard.
football.
Yeah, well, so
that's what he's short.
3rd and 1 here for the Colonels from the 28.
4 down territory, guys.
Davis takes a high snap, fakes a handoff. Trajan trying to get to the outside. Nice little stutter step and cut back inside and has the first down to the 22. A pickup of 6 for Davis on the Henderson Chevrolet first down. Football season is here, and it's time to upgrade your tailgate at Henderson Chevrolet. Upgrade to a new GMC Sierra with 0.9% financing and discounts up to $4,000 with an eligible trade, plus make no payments until 2024 at Henderson Chevrolet. First set of downs. Colonels with the football at the Tillman 22 with 9 minutes to go in the third. Trailing 35-10. 3 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Davis looking to throw left, looking for Thompson, and it's incomplete. Penalty marker in, though.
I wouldn't be surprised they called that one on Max.
Oh.
We'll see.
You had the better angle.
Well, again, it could go, it's high school football. All calls are optional. They are debatable. Let's see it comes down to here.
He's not going to tell us, I don't think.
We'll take it.
It is pass interference against
Not a first down?
Tillman.
Yeah, just barely a first down. It's half distance to go, 11 yards.
So it'll be 1st and 10 from the 11 after that penalty. 8:46 to play here in the third. Three receivers to the right, 1 to the left again. And again is the Max Thompson, lone receiver left.
That's on us.
And a penalty marker in. It is procedure against the Colonels.
On the center.
Snap.
So that'll back up the football to the 16. It's the Colonels' first penalty of the night.
Gotta like that, guys.
I would like to know how many games in Colonel football history since 1954 that we didn't have a penalty in the first half. And then I go as far as to say if we ever had a game penalty-free.
Wow, that would be crazy.
Yeah. These guys aren't making enough if they're not throwing any flags.
It's a first and 15 for the Colonels from the 16, so they can get a first down without getting a touchdown. Davis fakes a handoff, and Trajan going to be brought down at the 13-yard line. A pickup of 3 yards. It'd be a 2nd and 12.
They can still pick up a first down. It looks like maybe right around the 1-yard line.
Yeah.
So, again, you got that to work for. But this is a big play here because you got to get something on the second down play to make it a makeable third down, because I don't know if you're, 8 to 10 yards out. I don't know if you can afford to go for it here and miss another scoring opportunity.
So 2nd and 12 from the Colonels from the Tillman 13. 2 receivers either side for Davis. Now one goes in motion. Thompson away from the pass box. Davis fakes a handoff and gets it down to about the 11 for a pickup of 2.
Yeah, I kind of felt like he wanted to hand that ball off, and Thompson got there, and I think maybe the snap arrived. Again, the timing of the snap is going to be different now. Taylor Baker in now for Harrison Shaw. And so, you got other variables that have to be timed up, especially on a jet sweep like that was. But it looked like that Trajan just kind of didn't get the opportunity to hand it off and try to get all he could get.
So it'll be a 3rd and 10 for the Colonels from the Tillman 11, trailing 35-10 with 7:20 to go in this third quarter. Davis takes a snap, looking to throw toward the end zone, and it's incomplete. Had a man open on a slant. Open. Yep. That was Humphrey. And 4th down. A field goal unit coming out for the Colonels, trailing 35-10 with 7:14 to go in this third quarter.
Looks like we have a football that's way out of commission here, and I'm going to try to get back to get in and get in line for the field goal attempt. I don't have the foot speed of a man 35 years younger than me.
27-yarder to be here for Weiss, who's hit from 45 but missed from 30. Wind at his back near the left hash.
All right, Shaw back out. He's the long snapper. Thompson barks the signals. The senior waits on it. Snap is down. The kick is up, and the kick is good.
27-yarder through for Weiss. He's 2 for 3 tonight. And the Colonels get on the board with a field goal here in the second half, but trail Tillman 35-13 with 7:11 to go in the third here on WSON. Weiss goes into the end zone for a touchback after Weiss hits a 27-yard field goal to cap an 8-play, 39-yard drive for the Colonels. Took 3 minutes and 47 seconds. Scoring drive recap brought to you by Bruce Woodring Auto Sales and Leasing. For your next vehicle, make the winning drive to Woodring Auto on the 41 strip in Henderson next to Mr. B's. 35-13, Tillman on top of the Colonels, with our game tonight being brought to you by ATA CPAs and Business Advisors. The Employment Solutions Division of ATA can help you manage your company's most valuable assets, your people. For more, call Tracy Tyler at ATA, amplifying your business beyond accounting. Here's the handoff to Wilson for a yard loss, it appears, to the 19.
Yeah, with the exception of the one long run before halftime, Tillman has struggled heading in this direction. The Colonels need to get some stuff done here defensively.
Jack James at quarterback. This is Tillman's first offensive series here in the second half, where they had the pick 6 for a touchdown. So touching the ball for the first time here halfway through this third quarter in the second half. James throws a screen. It is complete to LaFont, who gets to the 24, but that's it. Jackson Wallace on the stop for the Colonels. Actually, no, it's 44. That was Henry Porter. Good to see Henry back in here this week. 3rd and 6 now for Tillman. James looking left, throwing that way.
Oh, my goodness.
And incomplete at the 35-yard line. He was looking for LaFont. And it's
4th down.
4th down.
And right now, I'm telling you, Henry, when he's in, he's getting some good rush up the middle of the field there, which is what we desperately need. I can only hope if he stays on this particular grind that he's going to be able to really provide a spark on this defensive front the weeks ahead.
Playing his first game since his sophomore year.
How about a block punt for a touchdown here?
There you go. That'd be nice.
Am I getting greedy?
Or a snap into the end zone.
Central Hardin got lucky on 3 of those last week, so how about let's just block it?
Banks to receive this punt from Hancock. Good snap back to him. Punt away.
Not bad.
Hits near midfield. Backs up a bit, though,
There we go.
and Tillman's going to down it at around their own 47-yard line. So the Colonels will start on the Tillman side of the field after a 24-yard punt. Taken from Colonels football freshman Jack Dalton, DSS Rentals is Henderson's source for equipment rentals. For personal and commercial projects, big or small, DSS Rentals has the tools for you. DSS Rentals on South Green and online at dss-rentals.com. So the Colonels will have it at the Tillman 48-yard line, 1st and 10, 5:52 to go in the third, trailing 35-13. 3 receivers to the left and one to the right, the far side. Here's the pitch to Burris. Has the 45 and cut down at the 44 after a gain of about 4 yards. Jimmy Mooney on the stop for Tillman. 2nd and 6 coming up for the Colonels. Football at the Tillman 44-yard line. Second and 6, just over 5 minutes to go in the third. Pendergraft goes in motion away from the press box. Handoff Burris, and
Wow.
he actually was stopped for no gain, and then good hard running by Tony May. Got a couple yards. He did.
Keep the legs turning,
He
baby.
did to the 42-yard line, and they bring up a 3rd and 4. Colonel's 3rd and 4 from the Tillman 42. 2 receivers stacked either side. Davis had clapped his hands, now looks to the sideline. And to the wristband for a new play as Burris will go from his left to right shoulder now. Davis takes a snap. Going to keep it. Pulls it out, and he has the 30 near sideline. Ran out of bounds around the 25-yard line.
Yeah, that was mostly Trajan Davis on that, as you described, Greg, and the junior was not going to be denied.
Kind of kept it in deep with Burris, too. Took it away at the last minute. 19-yard pickup and a Henderson Chevy first down for the Colonels and Davis to the Tillman 22. Make it the 23. With 4:05 to go in the third, Tillman 35, Henderson 13. 2 receivers either side here for Davis. There's a snap. Handoff. Actually, throw, excuse me. Wow, fooled me. They kind of threw over the middle, incomplete.
Yeah, he had a man, Humphreys, open there, but I think was feeling a little pressure as he wound up on his backside after the throw. Hit the official, if I'm not mistaken.
He did. He did a good job of getting it out of there, though.
Yeah, he did. He did. They got to do a little better job he's got to be able to read through his progressions. And, of course, if you're only able to get the first progression, and that's the first receiver, it's going to be a long night. That time it looked like he was maybe looking at progression number 2, second receiver in the route.
So 2nd and 10 for the Colonels from the Tillman 23. Davis going to hand it off with Burris, who's going to be brought down for about a yard gain. Verzi on the stop for Tillman. Actually goes as no gain, 3rd and 10.
We're about 3 minutes and 32 seconds remaining in good offensive structure, which means at the end of this quarter, it's going to be uphill. They might as well tilt the field at about a 15 to 20 degree angle because that wind's going to make it awful tough to move the ball down the field, especially through the air.
Colonel's just 4 of 10 on 3rd down.
3rd and 10 here from the Tillman 23. Davis rolling right, going to throw, and it's complete. Oh, no, it is complete.
Oh, my gosh.
Bobbled, but going to be near the
That's 2
first
catches.
down. Good concentration over there, making the grab Pendergraft after
What a great effort.
Had it in his hands, bobbled it, and then got it back, control of it, and it's going to be about a gain of 9 and a 4th and 1 coming up.
Wow.
It literally was complete, incomplete, complete.
Yeah, they're going to
All in
go.
one play.
Colonel's
Get
going to
2
go big
completions
here.
for that one.
4th and 1 for the Colonels from the Tillman 14. They'll go for it.
That just counts as 1 completion, right?
I think it should count for 2.
At least 2, possibly 3.
4 of 11 now. The Colonel's on 3rd down. Not very good tonight.
Colonel's got to move. Clock at 6 seconds.
Colonel's going to go for it here on 4th down. Davis going to remain in the gun, but he's going to have the first down all the way down inside the 10-yard line. May got it down to the 9. Looks like they'll spart him right at the 10, but a Henderson Chevy first down. The Colonels pick it up on 4th down. Keep the drive alive, and a 1st and goal from the 10.
And was that their first 4th down attempt?
Yes,
I
sir.
think that's right.
All right, good job, Colonels.
They're really good this season on 4th down. Haven't tried very many times.
Under 2 minutes to play in the 3rd. 1st and goal from the 10 for the Colonels. Colonel's a 2 tight end set and a little unorganized, and Henderson's going to have to take a timeout. Minute 47 to go in the 3rd. 1st and goal from the 10 for the Colonels when we come back as they trail 35-13. Quarter, Paducah Tillman 35, Henderson County 13. Colonels with the football, 1st and goal from the 10. Our game being brought to you by ATA CPAs and Business Advisors. The Employment Solutions Division of ATA can help you manage your company's most valuable assets, your people. From hire to retire, ATA offers all sorts of human resources consulting and help. For more, visit Tracy Tyler at ATA or call 827-1577. ATA, amplifying your business beyond accounting. 2 receivers to either side, actually to the left, and 2 tight ends in there for the Colonels on this 1st and goal from the 10. Banks goes in motion on the sweep. Davis fakes a handoff to him and is going to be brought down at the 6-yard line. A gain of 4 for Trajan Davis after the tackle from Verzi.
Yeah, I don't know if anybody else but Trajan is going to run the ball here inside the 5-yard line. Might be a situation where Tony Burris could pick up the final carry, but right now Trajan's doing a pretty good job in the Colonel front. The big uglies are getting a nice push up front.
A gain of 5 officially, so to be a 2nd and goal from the 5 for the Colonels. Down to minute 10 to go in the 3rd. Henderson trailing 35-13. Empty backfield for Davis, who takes a snap, is going to throw, wide open, touchdown. Henderson County.
Luke Warner.
Werner makes the catch. And the Colonels a chance to pull within 15.
I don't know. That may be the first catch ever for Luke Warner and definitely the first touchdown for Luke Warner.
Yeah, first pass to a tight end, I think, this season. He was in there at tight end, makes the catch.
All right. Carson in to make it a 35-20 game right now in the third quarter. Snap is down. Kick is up, and the kick is good.
Paducah Tillman 35, Henderson County 20. Minute 3 to go in the third. Back after this on WSON. Yards, Davis to Werner, 5-yard touchdown pass. Scoring drive recap brought to you by Bruce Woodring Auto Sales and Leasing. For your next vehicle, make the winning drive to Woodring Auto on the 41 strip in Henderson. Ensuing kickoff from Weiss into the end zone for a touchback. And Tillman will come out 1st and 10 at their own 20. And Boyd of State Farm Insurance helps you tackle savings when you combine home and auto insurance. See State Farm agent and Thrasher Boyd at the corner of 14th and North Green Streets to start your savings today. Call 826-9583 or visit andismyagent.com.
There's a chance to at least make them make 2 plays. Try to make it be third down start of the next quarter because they got the wind not in a good position right now. Maybe get a turnover here. Pick 6 herself.
Minute 3 to go in the third. Tillman on top 35-20. As junior Jack James takes a shotgun snap, looking right. He's going to throw a screen, and it's incomplete. It's bobbled momentarily by Wilson.
Wow.
Taken down by Rush.
Good hit.
Yep. It kind of popped the ball up. Colonel's, May would have had a shot at an interception there, which would have been huge, but no matter, a big play in 2nd and 10.
Hey, but incomplete pass, 58 seconds. Maybe a chance to get them to punt here before we lose the wind.
They hand it off and breaking a tackle at the 18 and getting across the 30 for a first down to the 32 is Wilson. Colonel's heading for a 2-yard loss, breaks free and gets 12.
That hurt.
And it's been plays like that that have killed us all night.
3 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Movement on the line, but the Colonels get back. 30 seconds to play here in the third. Play clock down to 15. As James takes a snap. Going to hand it off to Wilson. Trying to get off the left tackle. And may have got a yard to the 34. And that will be the final play of the third quarter. After 3, Paducah Tillman 35, Henderson County 20 here on WSON. start the fourth quarter. It is Paducah Tillman 35, Henderson County 20. Tillman with the football now moving right to left here in his fourth quarter, so the wind is at their back. The Colonels trailing by 15 will have to go into the wind in his fourth quarter. James, empty backfield. Now he puts a man in motion. Going to fake the hand. He is going to hand off. He's going to hand it off to Josh Campbell on the sweep. Has a first down into Colonel territory. Far sideline.
Holding.
Knocked out of bounds around the 40, but a penalty marker down near midfield.
Still going to gain.
I'm telling you what, though, a big finishing hit there on the sideline. He'll think twice about running that straight up and down. I believe it was JP over there that ended that run for the night.
From that spot.
Second penalty on the Colonels. I mean, no, that's on them. My bad.
Holding offense, number 24. 10 yards from the spot of the foul. The result of the play will still be a first down.
First down to the 43.
So just a 7-yard gain instead of a, golly, almost a 30-yard gain.
So Tillman at their own 43. Just underway fourth quarter. Tillman on top of Henderson 35-20. James fakes a handoff, throws it complete to Starks here on the near side. He has midfield, another penalty marker in. Sparks out of bounds at the 50 by Pendergraft, but another flag.
Yeah, holding on number 11 that time as he had a nice hold of Max Meadows.
Holding offense, number 11. 10 yards from the spot of the foul. Replay first down.
So that will put the football back at Tillman's own 35. And they'll have a 1st and 20 here. 3 receivers to the right. That's the near side, to the left, excuse me, and then one to the right. Quarterback's going to fake the handoff, keeping himself as James going to be tackled at the 38 by Pendergraft.
Give up 3
Humphrey
yards
there as well. Just a gain of a few, and to be second and about 17 here for Tillman. I think that's the first designed run of the night there for the quarterback,
It was.
James, that I can remember.
He's only ran 4 times. So the other 3 were his life.
Yep. Receiver to either side and 2 receivers right as he throws. It is complete and taken down at the 45. The catch is made as Banks on the stop. The reception from number 6, I think his first catch
Jacavian Parker, maybe?
of the night.
Yes, first catch, 6 yards.
O'Perry, Jacavian O'Perry,
All right.
his first reception of the night. And it's 3rd and 8 coming up. 3 receivers to the left and 2 to the right. As James takes the snap, steps up in the pocket, going to throw deep. Man open the 25. It's caught. Tries to reverse field, and he's going to be tripped up at the 10 by Humphrey. But a big play as they get it down to Banks LaFont. First and goal to the Colonel 7.
First 3rd down conversion of the night for Tillman. 50-yard gain.
Humphrey saved a touchdown, but it's 1st and goal for Tillman with just under 10 minutes to go in the game. 6 foot 170 junior Jack James. Remember, Tillman playing this game without their best player, Martell's Carter. Here's a pitch to the right side as they try to get it to Wilson, and he's down near the goal line. No signal just yet. He's in. Touchdown. DeMarcus Wilson, 7-yard touchdown run. And Tillman goes on top 41-20 with 9:29 to go here in the 4th. Second touchdown of the night for Wilson. He had the big 53-yarder early on.
All right, waiting for the PAT. The snap is down, the kick is up, and the kick is good.
Tillman 42, Henderson 20, 9:29 to play in the game. Back after this on WSON. Going to kick off after an 8-play, 80-yard drive to go up 42-20. It's taken by Henderson County at the 5-yard line as Banks gets across the 20 and will be brought down at the 25-yard line. Colonel's football tonight here on WSON being brought to you by ATA CPAs and Business Advisors. The Employment Solutions Division of ATA can help you manage your company's most valuable assets, your people. From hire to retire, ATA helps their clients with all aspects of human capital management, outsourced human resources consulting, full-service PEO and payroll, your team's learning and development training, recruiting, and even strategic and succession planning. For more, call Tracy Tyler at 827-1577. ATA, amplifying your business beyond accounting. Colonels from their own 26. Going to hand it off to Max Thompson, who's going to be tackled for a loss. Back at the 21, a loss of 5. As Fitzgerald there on the tackle for a loss. Bring up a 2nd and 15 for the Colonels. Under 9 minutes to go in the game. Tillman on top of Henderson 42-20.
After it started 21-0. Kind of played even since then. Oh, wow.
Davis fakes the snap, and Trajan's going to be brought down at the 27, a gain of 5. Penalty marker down, though.
Illegal motion. We got 2 guys in motion.
Shift on the offense. We're going to go previous spot.
There you go. Illegal shift against the Colonels.
Just a second penalty, though.
Henderson on the road at Owensboro Catholic next Friday night. Pregame 6:05, kickoff at 7.
So they were up 27-14 midway through the third on Owensboro.
That would be a challenge against Brady Atwell and the Aces.
And then it don't get no easier the next week. We're at home for Mayfield.
That'll be homecoming night on the 22nd.
Then a week off in the money games, district games.
Colonels open week on September 29th and start district play in October. 8.5 minutes to go here. A 2nd and 19 for the Colonels after that penalty. Davis fakes a handoff to Burris. Trajan across the 20, brought down at about the 23-yard line. Pickup of 6 yards. Bring up about a 3rd and 13 for the Colonels. Colonel football tonight being brought to you in part by Branson Surveys. Branson Surveys can determine the elevation of your property, survey property lines, and do foundation inspections. Branson Surveys doesn't work from 9 to 5. Branson Surveys works from start to finish. 2 receivers either side for Davis on a 3rd and long. Now 3 to the right as Pendergraph goes in motion. Davis looking right, going to throw over the middle, incomplete.
Should have been picked.
At the 32, it was nearly picked. Meadows, the intended receiver. It was broken up by Ragsdale. And the punt team coming out for the Colonels.
Here's your defensive game of the night. Memorial 9, Modern Day 6.
And a final.
That is a final.
Memorial with the win.
Wow. A lot of field goals there. Uh-oh, Owensboro's down 27-21 now. Here they come.
Knew it'd be a good game there
Yeah,
at
no
Rice
doubt.
Stadium tonight.
Real good game.
The punt is away into a stiff breeze.
Good one, though.
And it's going to go out of bounds at the 49-yard line. So Tillman will have it on the Colonel side of the field after a 26-yard punt into the wind.
26 yards into that win ain't bad at all. 32 average tonight for Max, not bad.
It's Tillman's best starting field position of the night. First time they started on the Henderson side of the field at the Colonel 49-yard line. 7:34 to go in the game with Tillman on top, 42-20. Three receivers to the left, one to the right for junior quarterback Jack James. With Wilson to his left. He's going to throw. Getting pressured. And fumbles the football, and it's loose.
Oh, my gosh.
I can't tell. I think maybe Tillman had got it back. Colonel, one of the Colonels tried to pick it up and scoop and score and didn't secure it after a sack and a fumble. But Tillman keeps the football.
Story of our lives.
I think if the Colonels maybe just fall on that when they have
Oh, we
it.
got it. We had two guys right
I
there.
think it was Wallace in on the classic Automotive and Collision Center sack for the Colonels. Here's a snap, and a pass incomplete as James stood a little bit behind Starks. He got his hands on it but couldn't bring it in. And it'd be 3rd and long with the clock stopped, 6:54 to go in the 4th.
You know, James now just 4 of 11.
He
After
was,
he started 9 of 9.
yeah,
Well, kind of 9 of
8 of 8.
kind of no, it's 9 of 9, but it's kind of 10 of 10. He threw an interception.
Okay. So the first, I knew his 8 or 9 was first completed. James here on a 3rd and about 20 steps up in the pocket, going to throw deep, and it is
That's on
incomplete.
him.
Yeah. Penalty marker down at the 15. Appeared to be offensive pass interference.
He threw him off of him.
Yeah, Banks was in on the coverage
I would hope so. Come on. Which we could decline it.
of
Make it 4 down.
Perry. Yeah, good point, Scout. He probably will decline it.
Because it'll still be 4th and 20.
Fourth.
Yeah, decline.
So ball remains on the 41-yard line, but now 4th down.
No, it'd be 3rd. Be 3rd down, bud.
They declined.
Yeah.
4th
Now
down.
it's 4th, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, I was
3rd.
thinking the other way around.
Yeah. Punt team coming out for Tillman. Banks to receive around his own 25-yard line as this time Hancock will have the wind at his back on this punt.
You're going to boot this sucker a mile. Oh, gosh.
He's not the punter. Got news for you. He ain't the punter.
That was
The quarterback.
it was okay.
Yeah, that's
Not sure if he was kind of running the right to kick or they were just going to try to catch the Colonels off guard, but
it's a good point.
staying in there at the moment. Is the quarterback James. Takes a snap.
He's going to throw
And
it.
he
Oh,
punts
yeah.
last second. It's
Blocked it.
blocked by the Colonels, and Henderson are going to have the football inside the Tillman 40.
I like it.
They might want to tuck that play away for a
Yeah,
while.
Yeah.
I think so too, Steve.
Especially when you're up 22, but I guess they just tried it.
Well, I mean,
Colonels,
sometimes you get too whatever for your own good.
Colonels going to have the football at the Tillman 39 after a block punt.
Second of the year, guys. Just 4 games like that. Wonder what the record is for most block points in punts in a season.
That's a good question. I don't.
Because I mean, 2 in 4 games.
Not bad.
Take it from Colonel's football freshman Jack Dalton. DSS Rentals is Henderson's source for equipment rentals for personal and commercial projects, big or small. DSS Rentals has the tools for you. DSS Rentals on South Green and online at dss-rentals.com. 1st and 10 for the Colonels from the Tillman 39. Davis fakes a handoff, going to throw over the middle, and it's incomplete down near the 15-yard line. Pass intended for Humphrey, with Jaden Morris in on the coverage for Tillman. Humphrey going to come on. I think he kind of landed hard on the turf there. He just got the wind knocked out of him, hopefully, as Landon Gish comes in as a receiver. Davis from the gun. A handoff to Burris, coming near side, 35-30, brought down at the 29, close to the first down marker.
Give him over 100.
It is a Henderson Chevrolet first down for the Colonels. Football season is here, and it's time to upgrade your tailgate at Henderson Chevrolet GMC. For a limited time, you can get 0% financing on new Chevy Silverados and make no payments until December at Henderson Chevrolet. 1st and 10 for the Colonels from the 29-yard line. And whistle. And a penalty marker in.
Encroachment, defense, number
5-yard penalty against Tillman. And it'll be a 1st and 5 for the Colonels at the Tillman 24. Exactly 6 minutes to play in the game. Tillman 42, Henderson 20. Tillman jumped out to a 21-0 lead. That and a pick 6, pretty much the difference in the ball game. 2 receivers either side. As Davis looking left, going to throw, man open. It's complete at the 10 and brought down around the 5-yard line. Pendergraph there to make the catch. It'll be 1st and goal for the Colonels.
Yeah, second time he's caught it on the carom, off his own carom.
Actually, that was Gish. That
no,
was
it was. You're
yep,
right.
Yep.
That is Landon Gish.
Landon Gish, I think that's his first catch.
I think you're right.
17 yards.
1st and goal for the Colonels, and the reception by Gish from the Tillman 7. Davis going to keep it up the middle, 7-yard touchdown run for Colonels quarterback Trajan Davis.
Yeah, that opened up wide, too. He did a great job of selling that fake on the run-pass option, and the offensive line did a great job up front that time, and Trajan had smooth sailing all the way for the 5-yard run to make it a 42-26 game with the PAT pending.
Second touchdown run of the night for Davis.
All right, snap is down, kick is up, and the kick is good.
5:18 to play 4th quarter. Tillman 42, Henderson 27 here on WSON.
Oh my gosh,
I think may have been recovered by the Colonels. We'll see on the far sideline. Tillman wasn't very aggressive with it.
They're going to say he's out of bounds, I bet. No, they gave it to us.
Haven't ruled just yet, and the Colonels recover it. It was a little short kick, and one of the Colonels got it on the far sideline.
On the bounce. Wow, now they're going to discuss it. I mean, what's there to discuss? If he says he caught the ball in bounds, he caught the ball in bounds.
I think it was Hicks who caught it. He went into the air on a high bounce to get it after Tillman kind of just laid off of it. The question was he in bounds or in the air when he caught that and then went out of bounds? The officials getting together here, but like you said, the official
right
closest
there
to the play, yeah.
I mean, he was 5 yards from it.
Yeah, it's definitely the question is, did he get both feet down? I think the same thing happened on a kick at South Warren when Henderson County's Jace Hicks came down with the ball. They said he came out of bounds.
Right.
But that's the
and he was out of bounds, clearly.
He was clearly out of bounds.
Not this
No,
game.
not this time.
Yeah.
This time
Okay.
it looked like 1 foot for sure was in. But
The
I mean,
same
we're
player. It was Hicks
I
so
don't
the
know
whole
far
why
time.
we're
away.
still talking about it because he didn't catch it on the fly. He didn't impede the catch by the receiving team, so I don't know why we're still talking about it.
And he was 5 yards from it, and he said it was our ball.
And they'd already signaled that. Now they're talking about it, and I don't really
I don't
understand.
like that.
It doesn't make a lot of sense. You either saw it or you didn't see it. If you saw it, whoever saw it has got to take precedence over everybody. I don't care, white cap included.
And
I don't know if they – I never did see him signal that it was Henderson. I heard him, like, stop the play, and then
he just
neither
like
one was signaled. So
He barely pointed his finger toward Henderson, and that's why our guys went nuts that we had the ball. This don't look good. Now he's going to say we didn't because he's coming over here to talk to Josh.
That'd be a good point, Scotty. The Colonels did come off really excited like it was their ball, but I didn't see the linesman on the far side signal either way.
They'll give it back to him.
And now referee Nathan Francis and Josh Boston having a
I just don't understand that the ref
discussion.
right there makes the call.
Colonel defense is going out there.
It is what it is. Well, we just got to stop starting off 21-0.
Yeah.
That's the kicker.
It's it's going to be 4 games in, and the Colonels
Have yet to have a lead in the first quarter.
Yeah. have trailed in each of those. 7-0 against Meade. It was 17-0 at South Warren. 22-0 last week at Central Hardin, and now it was 21-0 tonight here against Tillman. It's going to be Tillman's football.
Said he was out of bounds. Said he did not come down in bounds with the ball. Said he was knocked out of bounds in the air. They were wrong. They were
nobody
dead
touch
wrong.
him.
Dead wrong.
Here is a handoff on the far sideline, and Colonel's going to run the ball carrier out of bounds. I think that was Williams, Amari Williams. On the carry for about 6 yards to bring up a 2nd and 4. With under 5 minutes to play, Tillman on top of the Colonels, 42-27. James going to hand it off again. This time it's Wilson, who's cut down at the 43, but will have the first down. He needed 4 and got it. First down for Tillman at their own 43-yard line.
I should be able to watch that play on the sideline on our handheld iPad, and if I can locate it.
I mean, he might have been out of bounds, but didn't nobody hit him?
Well, it doesn't matter. If he's out of
He's
bounds,
he's
then
out
it
of bounds.
doesn't.
Yeah,
then it's not.
I think he
I just don't like
went
that they said they
airborne
hit
and
him.
then he landed out of bounds. So
If he did that, there was no play then.
that's right. Here's a handoff again to Williams, trying to get it outside the numbers and taken down near midfield for a gain of about 6 yards. Eli Green on the stop for the Colonels. After a gain of 6 for Tillman's Amari Williams to their own 49. 3:45 to go in the game. Colonels have 2 timeouts remaining. Trail it by 15. Split backs here with James, who takes a snap. Low snap, dropped it, picks it up, and he's going to be sacked by Henry Porter. It was dropped. He picked it up and sacked back at the 40-yard line. Classic automotive and collision sack for Henderson County.
The Henry is back.
Steve will talk to Henry and Tony Burris on our post-game show tonight.
Yeah, absolutely.
Porter making his Steve will have those interviews downstairs.
Owensboro's up 28-27 with 2:30 to go. OC with the ball. Now they've only converted 1/3 down.
3rd and 13 here. Davis fakes the handoff. James says, excuse me, throws it to his tight end. Complete, brought down at the 48, shy of a first down. And he picks up about 8 yards. Tackle on the play by Humphrey.
If they're smart, they just go spread punt here, get rid of the football. Colonels run the last 2 minutes of the game out. But sometimes coaches like to overthink it, and a guy that just had his last punt blocked is staying out there.
Yep, Jack James, the quarterback.
Yep. Some guys come to coaches in practice and say, hey, Coach, I got a great idea.
Right.
And I'm telling you, I stopped doing that about 25 years ago. I learned my lesson.
I was just going to run the clock out and call timeout.
I'm telling you, punt the thing down.
May just take the delay of game here.
Timeout.
They call it a timeout. Minute 59 to go in the game. Timeout. Tillman 42, Colonels 27. Tillman a 4th and 6 near midfield when we come back on WSON. In the ball game, Colonels trail Paducah Tillman 42-27. Tillman facing a 4th down. And Boyd State Farm Insurance helps you tackle savings when you combine home and auto insurance. See Ann at the corner of 14th and North Green Streets. To start your savings today, call 826-9583 or visit AnnIsMyAgent.com. Now the punter out there for Tillman.
We can still hope for something bad.
That's Hancock. With a minute 59 to go here in the game.
I got confirmation off the video he was out of bounds when he came down with the ball on that kickoff.
There is the kick on the punt. It's going to be taken at the 9-yard line by the Colonels. Banks makes a man miss the 15, far sideline 20, 25, 30, and ran out of bounds there, but wow.
Nice return, but there was a block 25 yards away from the play where he threw the flag. At least 25 yards from the play.
Appreciate referee Nathan Francis and his crew allowing us to wire them up tonight for our official calls. Winds played a little havoc, but with the microphone, other than that.
It has in the whole game, though.
Yep.
Block in the back, team number 34. 10 yards from the spot of the foul. First down, Henderson County.
Just 4 penalties for 25 yards for us, 10 for 61 for them. So, gosh, last week, both teams had that many themselves. That was crazy. And there was only 5 officials. Thank goodness there wasn't 7.
Yeah, I think that's it. We should advocate fewer officials, fewer penalties, more free-flowing.
We never would have left Central Hardin.
Well, the Colonels with the ball on their own 19, 1st and 10. 3 receivers to the right, 1 to the left for Davis. Fakes a handoff to Burris. Getting pressured. And he's going to be sacked back at the 12-yard line.
Yeah, this kind of offense is predicated on you got to get the ball out first, second, or third progression, and it's got to be a lot faster. Now, that time, Trajan had no idea or actually no chance of getting rid of it. Tillman did a great job of putting a rush on him that time. But, again, it's one of those things, if the first option's not there, you got to get rid of it, maybe find number 2 or try to turn it up a little bit quicker. But extending the play right now against a team like Tillman, pretty tough, pretty tall order.
Cleary on the sack for the Blue Tornado. It'll be a 2nd and 16 now for the Colonels as we have a minute to play here at Colonel Stadium tonight. Davis going to throw. It's complete at the 20, and it ended up being a gain of 4. Pendergraft making the catch and bring up a 3rd and 9 here for the Colonels. With 40 seconds remaining in the game, Colonels are going to drop to 1-3. Tillman will improve to 4-0.
I think Coach Sean Thompson saw a lot of things that his Tornado team could clean up, even though they're now moving to 4-0. A lot of things that, you know, they could polish up on as well, but certainly better times ahead for the Blue Tornado.
Here's a handoff coming near side. Burris cuts it back. Nice move at the 30 and falls for a first down at about the 34-yard line. Henderson Chevy first down for the Colonels.
Gives him 123 yards tonight.
Yep. Steve's going to talk with Tony Burris and Henry Porter on the postgame show, but that will be your final score. The Paducah Tillman Blue Tornado come to Henderson and beat the Colonels 42-27. Your final score. Tillman improves to 4-0. The Colonels 1-3. Colonels are back in action on the road next week at Owensboro Catholic. 7 o'clock kick time as they fall here tonight to Tillman. 42-27 for Steve Town on the sideline. Scott Stone with me in the booth along with Ryan Davenport. I'm Greg Busby. So long for just a while here on WSON.